Dwayne,
Yeah.
what you think? Hall Street.
This is awesome. Going to college here.
You going to college?
Welcome to my channel. Please click like, share, and subscribe. Upon hearing the story about Dwayne Haskins and how he passed away, of course I had question marks. So, I looked into the story a little bit, and I'm not satisfied with the story they're giving us about his passing. I'm not satisfied with the fact that they're saying that he stopped in the middle of the highway at 6:37 in the morning because he didn't have any fuel in the car. So he decided to cross the street. What about AAA, tow the car, call a car service? This is a starring quarterback. He just signed a contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a regular pedestrian, a regular citizen, yes, I would go for this story. But this story is very strange to me. First, they said he got hit by the dump truck. Then they were saying recently that someone struck his car and that's why he stopped. I'm not sure what is taking place here, but I felt it was relevant enough for us to take a look at it, because this type of thing is happening too much now. We're always given these strange stories when it comes to them explaining what happened to them. Apparently the cameras didn't work that were in the area or didn't pick up what happened. How convenient is that? And this young man doesn't seem to be a person that doesn't think. They were trying to say he was a little irresponsible. He couldn't understand the playbook. At one point, I think that was when he was playing for the 49ers. But, all these stories they're giving, I don't like it. I don't like it. And the father, I know that he's very upset. I know that wherever he is, his family, they must be very upset right now, because this young man was headed towards being a star football player since he was a little boy. As a matter of fact, he was discovered early while he was out on a field somewhere, and he was passing the ball to his father. And one of these coaches or one of these recruiters for the football team saw him. He won the Rose Bowl in college. He had a pretty good track record. He beat out someone else for a quarterback spot at one time. So it's not like he was a slouch, but it just seems like every time they get right to the pinnacle, starting with Len Bias. When Len Bias passed away in the 80s, for that peculiar story they gave us that he was sniffing coke and he died. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people that sniff coke. Coke was a social drug. Nobody was ODing or passing out or having seizures off of cocaine. Nobody. It wasn't like that was a natural occurrence, like when people were dying of overdosing off of dope. That wasn't happening with cocaine. Even when they said that with DMX, that didn't fly past me. Like, really? You're going to tell us somebody OD'd off of cocaine? It just doesn't happen, guys. You don't OD off of cocaine. If that's the case, a lot of crackheads would have been dying, because that high was every 3 minutes. So why was he outside by himself driving in a car at 6:30 in the morning? I was hearing rumors, off the streets. I'm hearing these rumors that he went to a party and he didn't like what he saw the night before, involving, some nefarious behavior that I can't really repeat because I don't know if it's true. But they said that he didn't like what he saw. And this is not the first time I heard a story like that either off the streets. I heard Vaughn went to a party and he didn't like what he saw. I heard Cat Williams went to a party and he didn't like what he saw. He said something about it in some of his comedy. So I don't like these stories that they give us. There's no way for us to prove what's going on, and it's no way for us to prove that they're lying either. I know some of you are going to say, but things happen, but things don't happen like that, like this, to football stars. Like, they have a little bit more options. Like he could have called a car service to meet him there or somebody to come and help him. Why would he try to cross the highway and get hit by a truck? That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm going to be looking at this because I want to see if they're going to come out with any more information regarding this because this just sounds really, really bogus to me. Peace and love. And RIP to Dwayne Haskins.
I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. They told him don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. I always can remember this. We invited players to the draft, and he was one of the players we invited to the draft. And we were told no. We're going to have our own party. His own party was a party at the bowling alley. Charged him $50 to get into the bowling alley for his party. It was always something, It's one of those things. I'm never offside, but they keep calling me for offside. Is what it is. So, it's a tragic thing. Anytime anybody